get rewarded. There are a lot of real good things to take away, but when you're a competitive person, you want that end result of winning, and it didn't come. So that's disappointing to those young men in there because they're very competitive young men. So that standpoint. But the last thing we said is let's build on the things we did well and get ready to come back tomorrow night.
What did you think you did best then?
I thought our hard was good. We didn't quit. We won races. We were strong on our stick. We had scoring chances. We had a good shooter's mentality. Their young goalie played well. I thought too many times maybe we shot to his glove. He seemed to have a real quick glove. But I think overall, I liked the way we came out of our zone. Our schematically in the neutral zone, we did some good things. So there was a lot of positive to take out of the game. But when you don't get the results you want, though, it still is like a kick in the stomach.
What are the changes and tweaks you'll be looking to make ahead of tomorrow's game?
Score more goals. So we'll take a look. We'll go back to our power play. I think our power play had some excellent chances, and it's funny. Sometimes you come off the ice on power play, you say we did everything but score, but even that, in power play, doing that gives the bench energy, gives us momentum, and we had some good things going on in the power play.
And Kivlenix, how do you think he played tonight?
I thought he was good. I thought, he didn't have a tremendous amount of work, but there was times he had to come up with some big saves. So for him as well, that was pretty solid feedback.
And it looked to me like that first goal was kind of he had no chance on
Look,
that.
it was a tip. We could have helped ourselves by maybe getting out in the blocking lane a little quicker, but that shot that gets tipped, they're very hard to stop.
On the lines and the special teams, you seem to roll them a lot out. It doesn't seem like one line or unit is staying out a lot longer than the other. Kind of speak to why you're doing that.
Well, I think being able to roll 4 lines and playing at a high tempo is a weapon. So for almost for all the game, except maybe the last 5 minutes, did we shift that philosophy? And I think we look at it like it can be a weapon. So we want to, and guys, I think enjoy that. They get in a rhythm, and that becomes a weapon for you.
And there was a chance. I mean, I don't know. I saw this, and so it stayed in my mind. Summersby, I think he was right there in the slot. He had a chance to shoot, but he passed.
Yeah.
Do you encourage your guys, hey, when that's right there, take that shot? Or
before our game, we have a ritual meeting at 5:30, and there's basically the same things we talk about every time, and one of them is having a shooter's mentality. And in that instance, I mean, Doyle came back to the bench. He knew, but he's not quite there in that mindset. He's such a nice young man, and
right.
he's not being selfish by taking the shot himself.
Yeah.
But he knew right away.
11,000 more in Cleveland tonight. What was it like playing your first game in front of this home crowd?
It was really fun. I mean, I was blown away by. I was out early when they were doing the light show, and I think, man, this is big time. And the energy in the building was good, and this is not a normal. I don't think American Hockey League rink. This is a big time arena, and it's a fun environment to play in front of.
Now, Adam Glendening seemed to really kind of take charge in terms of being very vocal and directing a lot of the younger players where to go. What does a guy like him mean to this team?
Well, he's an alpha dog, and you need alpha dogs in your group, and that's who he is. He's a very competitive guy, and I wish actually more guys were verbal like him, because when you're verbal, there are fewer mistakes because guys are pointing and talking. We encourage our guys to do that, but he's got that gene in him naturally, so he uses it.
What do you think the 3 captains bring to the game that you've seen this season so far?
Well, being in this game a long time, you need to have good leadership in the locker room, just because of the fact that we as coaching staff, we're in there a little bit of the time, but they're there the greater proportion of the time, and they need to carry the message. They need to be able to say the right things at the right time, and these guys have been around. They have that experience, and that's a huge factor for us as a coaching staff.